So, tell us a little bit about what you're proposing to provide for service.
We provide service to many business professionals throughout our city, town, I should say, as well as the whole area of Massachusetts. Back and forth to the airport. We do night outs. We help keep drunk drivers off the road. That's basically,
How many vehicles are you gonna be operating?
there's 8
8?
vehicles.
Where are you located?
3 Washington Street.
The Lock and lawnmower used to be, Viking
Yeah.
Tree used to be.
Right in there.
Right in
Okay,
there.
I've seen some vehicles in there.
Where was that again, I'm sorry?
Right across from the plaza, not the shopping plaza, by MH Auto, Center Cafe,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
We
front of
share,
Washington and Roosevelt.
right.
we share a building with Brisk Construction. We have a small little section of a garage separate to them, but
It's owned separately? Is it owned by the same?
no, it's separate.
It is separate, because the
Building,
building up front is
yeah, the front
up
building's
for
up for
sale.
sale, right?
That's
Yeah,
why I
it is
asked
for
the
sale,
question.
yeah.
Yeah. And how long have you been there?
I would say 4 years now.
4 years. So, so you're asking for a license now?
Yeah,
What-
there's a
What
little,
are the circumstances?
there's a little confusion. When we originally approached the landlord for renting the space, he went and got all the special permissions that was needed to house the vehicles there.
Mhm.
In doing so, there was no intention by not coming here to get this done then. It's just, I don't know, we overlooked it for some reason.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I might just state that they did go for a Board of Appeals special permit back in 2006, and it was granted for Contemporary Realty Trust. So that, I think,
That's
appears
who
to
owns
be
the
at the
building.
start end.
Yeah.
Oh, for the storage of vehicles you're talking about.
Yeah, for the limousine services.
But I was unaware that they were actually operating a livery service. I know that we had another gentleman that we approved a couple of years ago, and then I recall using him to get to the airport once. We went back the following year, and he wasn't there anymore. But I never realized it was, I've seen a vehicle back there, but you don't think too much of it going by. You advertise?
Yeah, we do advertise. Yeah, we do quite a bit of online advertising, a lot of word of mouth. Matter of fact, there was a couple individuals that were here earlier for the Hillview that have used our services.
Mr. O'Leary?
Just, is this going to be your principal place of business, and you're actually operating out of there?
Yeah.
Are the vehicles registered out of North Reading?
That can be all done
I would expect that it would be,
to help
you know,
with that.
since you're going to be operating the business as the primary site, and that the, any revenues to be realized in the way of excise taxes will be derived,
Yeah.
you know, by the town of North Reading.
Because of the business structure, it's a DBA.
Mhm.
So right now, the registry uses your residence, which is Peabody, where I live, as the registration of the vehicle.
Yeah, but it's supposed to
But
be
it
where they're
can-
principally housed.
Yeah,
That's where
but
this
it can be
garage.
changed within the registry very easily.
Okay. I would,
Do you have a commitment that you'll do that?
my expectation is that
Yes.
it would, that's what
Yep.
would occur.
Any other comments,
No.
questions? Mr. Prisco?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant a livery license to Shane Jalbert, DBA, Boston North Limo, 3 Washington Street, to expire December 31st, 2010, subject to all the regulatory department requirements.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary.
Just as an aside,
Further
we didn't have any,
discussion?
we didn't have any adverse recommendations from any
No.
department heads or departments, which is a good thing, and
Mr. Prisco?
So this expires in a couple months.
Yes, because we renew.
Right,
do it
and so
annually.
he has to make it, or do we automatically just update it? What's
No,
the
he'll have
process?
to renew.
To come
You'll
back.
have to.
It'll be
He'll
through
get a
town hall.
notification, it has to be renewed, he has to pay the license
$25 fee,
fee.
yeah.
And then we vote on those in
In December
December. You
again.
got a notice from
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
town administrator.
Mr. Chair,
Those are the long nights of signing.
Mr. Chair, just in light of the question that Steve had about the cars being registered. They're now registered in Peabody, if I understand that correctly?
Yeah, they're registered in Peabody because of my residence.
Right, no, I
Because we're-
understand that. Did you want to put a stipulation that he would do that?
No,
or-
I was anticipating taking a look at it upon renewal by the end of the year.
Okay,
So that when
that
he
makes-
files for
yeah.
reapplication, it gives
We're
him,
gonna know in a
gives him a
That
couple
would-
of, 8 weeks to
Right.
take care of it.
Yep.
And commercial vehicles, I think they all come, don't they all come due in December?
No, it's
No?
different for different plates. We have livery plates.
Oh,
They're
okay.
different than commercial. State of Massachusetts doesn't consider livery, it's really strange how they do it. They
Like a
range
taxi.
taxis, livery,
Right.
commercial.
Mhm.
We can't park in downtown Boston, we can't park in a commercial spot, because it has livery plates.
So does all the livery plates come due at a certain month, or are they staggered
No, it's as you register them.
as you're registering?
A year from that, a year from your registration?
Yeah,
So again, just to reiterate, I would expect when you come up for
they
renewal,
will be.
that would be, thank you.
Mr. Chair? Sorry.
Mr. Yule,
You have 7 cars, is that, seven
No,
you
vehicles?
said 8.
Oh,
It's
8
8
vehicles,
vehicles.
okay. And how many employees do you have?
Right now, we have 2 full-time employees, and the rest are part-time, because just the way the structure of the airport business is.
Right. Anybody from any North Reading residents?
Uh,
Not by name, just,
Working?
yeah, working, yeah.
No, not currently. We did have one that worked for us for a little while, but he doesn't work for us anymore.
Okay, thank you.
On the motion,
I already read the motion, we just have
You
to.
you said the,
right, I'm saying on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Unanimous?
Continued success.
Yes.
yes,
Okay, we have the legal bills of August 2010.
Yes, this, I get them out of order.
Did I skip something?
No, you, not you, it was me. Absolutely me.
Okay, that's right, that's right.
Want me to just read the motion, or you want to talk?
I'll wait for this.
Legal bills. Slow day, too.
The next item on our agenda are the legal bills for August 2010. You have a copy here of the usual check marks that Greg has gone through to verify are present. I don't know if he went over this with you or not, Barbara.
No, he did not. He did not.
So, there aren't any questions. I'll entertain a motion. Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve legal bills in the amount of $4,542.27 as follows. Copeland and Page PC General, $3,472.25. Well, the motion is
Excuse me,
wrong.
it's good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it should be 55.
Yep. If I could read it again?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve legal bills in the amount of $5,442.27 as follows. Copeland and Page PC General, $3,472.27. Copeland and Page PC Labor, $2,052.00. Copeland and Page PC Water, $18.00. Total,
Good.
$5,542.27.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Next is Veterans Day proclamation. Do you want me to read the proclamation first? And then vote?
think that's probably the,
Yeah.
you have to really read it.
Move to read the attached veterans, I probably, may as well proclaim first.
Okay, and Veterans Day is November 11th. This is a proclamation, whereas on this day, we take time out of our schedules and reflect with pride and gratitude for America's men and women in uniform who have selfishly sacrificed and committed their lives to answer the call to defend our nation. Through generations, America's men and women of the highest caliber have answered the call of duty with honor and conviction to search and destroy the very enemies of freedom, to set standards of courage and idealism for this nation we proudly call home. And whereas on this day, we as Americans show respect and admiration to our veterans who through peacetime or war left the warmth of their family and home to protect our borders and fought to defend the very principles our nation was founded. And whereas on this day we reflect on those who left America's shores, sacrificed the ultimate, and never lived to be thanked as veterans, they and their loved ones suffered immeasurably. For this we will always remember and never forget. And whereas on this day we as Americans give thanks to our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen, for it is they who continue to answer the call of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, prepared to defeat the tyrants who have only one goal, to destroy our nation and the hearts and minds of the American people. It is these warriors that have placed our nation's security before their own, a debt as we Americans can never fully repay. And whereas on this day we thank the families of our veterans and warriors for their sacrifices, the pains the families have endured are unimaginable. They live with stress, the fear of the unknown, living a life of healing the mental and physical wounds their warrior received in battle, and in thousands of cases, the ultimate sacrifice. Now therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of North Reading, do hereby proclaim that that Veterans Day shall be celebrated on this November 11th, 2010, in the town of North Reading. I encourage the display of the American flag on homes, offices, and town buildings to recognize the valor and sacrifice of our veterans through ceremony and prayer. And signed, Robert Messeri, Chairman of the Board of Selectmen. This date, October 18, 2010. Mr. Prisco.
Well, actually, I apologize. Should have made the motion before you read it, but the motion is, Mr. Chairman, I move to read the attached Veterans Day proclamation.
I'll second it, but if I vote no, what happens? Gonna take it all back?
I'll have to
It's my
take it back.
fault.
Redact
Take
it,
it all back.
edit it,
I completely screwed up. so.
rewind the tape.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank-
I
Unanimous.
apologize.
I'm not gonna read it again.
No, sir, not,
But I will encourage everybody to participate in the ceremonies on the Common. I think they take place at 11 o'clock
Yes,
on the 11th.
it's
And-
true.
if I could just mention one other thing, this Sunday, the 24th of October, I believe it's a 2:30 start. The veterans are having a lunch
Right.
with a bunch
Yeah,
of,
I meant to mention that too, thank you.
no problem. Do you have the details in front of you by any chance?
No, I don't,
I had-
but it's from,
I think it starts at 2:30 to, yeah, I have it on my calendar. Pull it up.
2 to 6 p.m. at the Hillview
Thank you.
yeah.
this Sunday.
So please participate if you're available.
Okay, the next item on our agenda was to discuss the strategic plan executive summary, and as a result of a financial planning team meeting this morning, when Sean and I brought the executive summary to look at some of the numbers that were in there, we found some of the school numbers weren't completely accurate, so they are in fact being, they will be looked at by Mr. Nelson and the new superintendent, and he'll get back to us. So we're not going to be releasing that document tonight, but Mike did want to talk about a few things. So, Michael?
Thank you for the time. I just wanted to have a discussion about what we want to do next. Once we approve the executive summary, I think really the heavy lifting has to start. And, you know, we had a great session at the Hillview, and we've had a couple sessions since then, and